Facebook page. Just tap on us. Tap on the picture.
Well, tap on him. Don't tap on me.
Yeah, just smack John, and but no, just tap the picture, and then get because it almost looks like they're just commenting outside of it. So anyway, they'll figure it out.
All right. I clicked the wrong one. I thought I put it on the wrong channel.
Scarborough, you're starting to look like Ed Asner.
Yeah. Dan? Oh, okay. Joe Dog, now it's my turn. I have some show and tell since Dan is here.
All right, show and tell.
Show and tell. I got me a Rickenbacker, Dan. And it's got strings, and it is an actual hollow body Rickenbacker. It comes with its own guitar stand. And it is as accurate as all hell. This is George Harrison's Rick. This is from a company called Axe Heaven. And I believe I paid around $30 for this. I have John Lennon's Rickenbacker on the way, which I should have it in time for Stupid O'Clock next Thursday. I will be getting Paul McCartney's mandolin Hofner bass and Ringo Starr's Ludwig drum set, so I can eventually have the whole kit and caboodle. And if that isn't enough, and at some point in time I'll probably get it, they actually have the Vox amplifiers that you can get for the bass guitar and John and George's guitars. But yeah, this is Axe Heaven that does all. They not only do Beatles, they do everybody. They do Jimi Hendrix, they do Eric Clapton, they do Slash from Guns N' Roses. You name it. If Prince's weird looking guitars, they do that too.
How long is that thing in inches?
It is actually 1/6 scale. So to put it up with a G.I. Joe, it's going to look too big. But
that's what I was thinking. Boy, G.I. Joe with her guitar would just be awesome.
Yeah, and but like, okay, let me grab Batman here.
Great. Now it's a bat guitar.
It's the bat tar, but that's what it. See, it even though it's 1/6 scale, and Adam West here is 1/6 scale. It's not true, or one of them's not true for the other, but and that's fine because of all the detail in this. That's the wonderful thing about this. And I found it by accident on eBay. Oop, get Batman set back upright. I was actually checking out prices of real Rickenbacker guitars. I used to have one. I had one very similar to this one, but it was more and Dan could probably tell you the model number. I can't think of it. It's the one that Tom Petty used to use, and it was also a Fire Glow. So I was checking on that to see the price, and of course prices of those, $3,000-$4,000 to get the actual real thing. And hi, Keisha. And then all of a sudden I thought, what's this one for $30? As real as it looked, and then I found out what it was, but it was just too cool. It was too cool to pass up.
Lewis, how'd you like that video I sent you earlier?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
John Lennon played bass on My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Yeah.
John Lennon, when he was first starting to do music on the guitar and stuff like that, his mother told him, says, you'll never make any money with that guitar. And when they had their first hit album, he went and got a plaque made with a little guitar on it and a little plaque on the bottom that says, "You'll never make any money with that guitar," and gave it to his mom for Mother's Day.
Now, are you sure you're not talking about his Aunt Mimi? Because his mom would have. His mom was the one very supportive of him, and she was the one who bought him his first guitar. His Aunt Mimi, who he stayed with because his mom was kind of a free spirit, she was the one that was always against him with the music, and she wanted him to further his career as an artist.
Lewis is fixing to break out something good.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What's he? Uh-oh, he's digging. Uh-oh.
I know all about Aunt Mimi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, John actually saw his mother get killed by a drunken driver. She got ran over.
Is Zach still here? Because I think the YouTube channel I dropped was the one he was watching.
Oh, wait a minute. It was John Lennon's aunt. It doesn't say her name, though.
Mimi. That's he actually lived with her when he was growing up and very rebellious and everything.
And the actual quote from the plaque is, "Playing the guitar is all very well, John, but you'll never make a living at it."
Mm.
Okay, Zach's still here. Okay, I got to thinking, oh no, I just cut Zach off after he tuned in.
And John's father, Winston, who John's original middle name was Winston, before he changed it to Ono, he was the one that took off when John was very young. And then when he found out, hey, he's doing good with this Beatles, he tried to get back in good with them. But of course, John and Mimi wouldn't have it, especially Mimi.
Yeah. I got to ask Zach the launch pad. I got to ask him, Zach, were you here at the beginning of our news? It was SpaceX related. If not, we'll rerun that story.
What? Instead of rerunning it, now that Lewis's camera feed is nice and clear, let's just get him to do it again.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, I could not see it the first time he did it. So
Really?
yeah, I mean, it was horrible. It was.
All right. Sure. Coming to you in 3, 2, 1.
Good evening again, and welcome again to Stupid O'Clock News. I'm Louise Lee. The astronauts who will be returning to Earth on SpaceX Sunday will be inconvenienced on the short trip. No toilet service. The astronauts will be required to wear adult diapers on the return trip because of toilet issues in the capsule. Bad timing, as this week space station scientists ate the first peppers ever grown in space, a feat the returning spacefarers hope won't come back to haunt them. That's the news. Let's continue the show.
Right now, Zach is probably rolling into the floor, unable to breathe. Because that was a good story, Lewis.
This space launch brought to you by Taco Bell. Ding.
Yeah.
It's
Run for the Earth.
And that's how it ties in with Depends. SpaceX Depends.
Oh, let's see. Zach's not been feeling good.
Yeah. He got a visit by Mascheroni and Miley Cyrus.
Gotcha.
After a visit to Florida and Texas to cover the stuff.
Well, I don't know about Texas, but you never go to Florida. Yeah, that's just, I mean, Bugs Bunny had it right. Take it away, South America.
Yeah.
Glad you approve.
And Ace Bonnie just named it Dependex.
Dependex. Yep.
Dependex.
Gonna be seeing a lot of memes about that in the next 3 or 4 days.
Oh, I can see it now. And Splashdown. Okay, yeah, hurry up. Oh, just we'll open it. We'll open the door.
I tried to talk about that. Oh, by the way, I don't know that Donna and Carl's out there, but
yeah, yeah. We didn't hear about that until well afterward.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the Simpsons episode where Homer goes up in outer space and squirts the peanut butter and crackers and stuff all over the place. And
well, he opened a bag of chips.
Or the chips. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. No, who did the peanut? Oh, well, that was the Reluctant Astronaut with Don Knotts. And it got wound up in the reel. I don't know if they're out there tonight because it's late, and I know Carl has to do his early morning secret mission to the grocery store. But I want to, if they are, or if they're going to watch it on the reruns, I want to thank Carl and Donna for their gracious invite, and had a great time over at their house today with Mike and his wife and April Strieber and Hack, BKM and his wife Cookie were there, among a bunch of other people. And even I got to see Carl's brother Dennis again, that he always pokes fun at, and made sure to tell Dennis that he does that. But a good time was had by all. There he is. So far,
Carl's here.
Hey,
Carl. Ace Bonnie is hoping you feel better, Zach.
I was just reading.
Yeah.
Gemini 3, when it went up, had 2 astronauts, John Young and Gus Grissom. Okay. And John Young snuck a what was it? Corned beef sandwich up on the mission, which of course, when he finally pulled it out, it went everywhere. But on the bright side, it was a great advertisement for Wolfie's Restaurant and Sandwich Shop.
Nope.
And Zach saying, wonder if that's why we didn't get to see a lot of the inside of the Inspiration 4 capsule. Might have had a mess. They could quote the Apollo mission. There's a turd floating through the capsule. Oh. I would love for Zach to sit down and just pick Stephanie Osborne's mind. Zach, you talk about an absolute awesome interview is just to listen to Stephanie talk about the stuff she did at NASA. Oh, and Lewis, you probably missed the when I gave Stephanie that lanyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something I worked real hard to pull off. The lanyard she had a little square fabric about this big, white, sewed onto it. It was the part of the thermal blanket from the inside of Columbia, which was her shuttle when she worked a lot of shuttle missions, and Columbia was her bird. It was the first mission from Columbia with a female commander. The first U.S. female commander. And she says, "This is my new con lanyard." She was taken. Okay, Zach. I will try to get a hold of her and try to get you two linked up, because it would be a great interview. Oh. And Bill, you missed seeing something that is very rare. Me moving around.
I heard that you told several people to make a hole.
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't have to yell "make a hole" this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When I yell "make a hole," there's a problem. Get out of the way.
So my question is to John and Lewis, at any time during HallowCon, did you hear Joe utter his little famous phrase of, do I smell popcorn?
I did not,
No.
but he certainly smelled my jambalaya
Oh, yes.
from inside the building.
Oh,
He was outside cooking, and half the hotel smelt the jambalaya. They were sniffing away to the trailer. Damn, Lewis, I ain't gonna lie, that was good.
No, I'm really glad everybody enjoyed it.
Only problem was I could only eat so much of it. That I eat rice, and rice just fills me up just with a snap.
Yeah.
So, oh. All right, I'm sort of looking, just peeking real quick on our viewers. We've got one on Twitter, one on Facebook on the from the HallowCon page on Facebook, one from my personal page, one from Stupid O'Clock, two from my YouTube page, and three from the Stupid O'Clock page. Thank you, everybody. Be sure to throw a like, share, subscribe, and all that. John?
quite a stretch.
It's too early to start having to stretch, guys.
Not even the fourth inning yet.
Kid, we ain't even out of the first inning.
Well,
Yeah, Carl says not sure what has happened to Donna. Maybe Jody and Ted put her to sleep. Plus all the work on a party. Okay. Yeah.
she had quite the fixings there, and I got to see her collection of cobalt glass and their wonderful house, and it was all good.
Okay. Lewis Ware. Is that the Lewis we know?
Yes.
Okay. Hey,
One of them.
Lewis. Sort of click real quick. Okay. Well, welcome, Lewis. Glad you're here.
No.
The launch pad. So, are we going to do an extra hour at the time change tonight, or we'll be off the air by then? We'll be off the air by then.
No, Joe volunteered to stay up an extra hour.
No. Well, if Dan was out here tonight and we were doing a last man standing, we'd be ending right about the time when you'd be wanting to change the time.
Yep.
And he'd say, "Dang, Dan, you got to do another hour now." Which he has done in the past.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what we did with the HallowCon online last year because.
Oh, that's right. We got stuck in the time change on that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I have something of
Okay.
to add to our prior conversation. This is from Chapter 5, the Galatone Champion from John Lennon's biography. His Aunt Mimi had gone down in history as the person who bought John his first guitar, launching him on his roundabout path to immortality. Many times she would later recount how, weary of his endless pleas and nagging, she took him by the bus down to central Liverpool and paid out £17 she could ill afford at Hessie's music store in Whitechapel. Mimi certainly did buy John a guitar, and at some point, and at some financial sacrifice, but that was a step or two further along the path. The first one he owned and used until long after his skills had outgrown it was given to him by Julie. And that's his mom.
Right. And that the Beatles song Julia is about her.
But it was Aunt Mimi who bought him another guitar and encouraged him.
Oh, I'm going back to my cans.
The rest of the story.
Oh.
Is it just me, or is Lewis kind of glitchy tonight?
Yeah.
Everybody keeps saying that, and I don't know why.
Well, I don't care if you do this and all that, but it's actually affecting your audio just a little bit. Your audio sounds a little tinny.
And it shouldn't unless Denise is watching something on Netflix or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And we got 300 megabit internet speed. Shouldn't
and you're doing
movies at a time.
I don't know.
Somebody is stealing your megabytes. Or Flintstone chewables, one of the two.
Let me try something here.
Uh-oh. Everybody hang on.
Oh, I think it's going to be...
You're going to see a great big boom. There goes Lewis.
There should have been
somebody in the Navy says, "Let me try something." It usually involves a very large explosion of some sort.
Yeah, but it also usually accompanies "Here, hold my beer."
Yeah.
All right. I am going to try to log in using my iPad. I will mute. Yeah, apparently. I want mine back, Dan. Okay. In time now.
The suspense is killing me.
Really?
It's killing me too. I mean, I'm clicking on the link, but it's just a white screen. It says StreamYard.com and a blank screen. And I hit refresh and didn't change matters. So
now you're still sounding tinny, but I can hear you a little. It's not cutting your audio as much as it was earlier.
I should definitely not sound tinny.
No.
Am I giving cleared up?
Yeah, the video has cleared up, but John and Joe, am I giving a false representation of his audio? The description?
What?
Now, Lewis,
yes.
Are you hardlined in, or are you just Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi.
Okay, that could be it.
Might be, yeah.
Believe it or not, a microwave.
Everything hardwired in this house is the router. Everything else is Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
But it's a new Wi-Fi router. It's 4 or 5 months old. It's the latest version. So.
Yeah. Unless maybe Denise
my laptop's
was
wired in, so
maybe Denise was running the microwave.
No, I don't smell popcorn. That's the only thing she uses it for.
Ah.
Well, that joke's just going to keep popping up all night, ain't it?
Yep.
They call that a reoccurring
That's
joke.
intentional. No, she makes popcorn. She makes these little, popcorn bags for herself every night. I don't usually eat popcorn because it just gets in your teeth and spend the whole night.
Spend the rest of the night.
Good night, Carl. Good
Yeah.
seeing you today.
Yeah, good night, Carl. And thanks for tuning in, and thanks for showing up to HallowCon, and thanks for the power cord that I need to send back to you.
Thanks for the memories.
Yeah, Carl Whitzman saved the movie room.
Really?
Yeah, what he did.
I forgot the power cord for the computer that had all the movies on it.
Oh, so he had a cheater cord?
Yeah, he had a spare computer cord. They say if you ever need anything hard line for a computer, Carl's got one.
Mm-hmm.
Carl says, keep the power cord. That was a gift. Well, thank you, Carl.
You were talking about beer a little bit ago, jokingly.
Oh.
I think you were.
Yeah, hold my beer.
Yeah. And I was talking to Laura on the phone earlier tonight, and she works at a place where you can get those refreshing beverages. And she talks about every year at Christmas time, they have an IPA craft beer that comes out. It's like $124, $125 a bottle. And people go nuts to get this. And they have a lottery that you can enter in to have the option to be able to buy one of these. And I guess you can only buy one. And it comes in a special box and everything.
I know exactly which one it is.
Do you?
Samuel Adams Utopia.
Okay. She says they come out with a different one every year, and she just called it an IPA. So that must be Benny's Beverage Depot language for it or something. I'm not sure, and I was just mesmerized about, I guess, the interest around it.
Yeah, the Samuel Adams Utopia is non-distilled and almost a 25% alcohol rate. Something about the yeast that they've developed. And Ace says HallowCon's going to be a rising tide next year. Yeah, it sounds like those that couldn't make it this year are going to show up next year. So we may end up selling out the hotel to the Rising Tide crew.
And it may be a possibility that the Stupid O'Clock will be live from HallowCon next year.
I am working on that.
And we'll do a multi-camera shoot. We'll have one camera on us and one camera on the
crowd and
audience.
Yeah.
We'll have a live studio audience for the first time.
Okay. Did you see the video I posted?
No.
Me neither.
I think we send Lewis out there in the crowd, and you say, and now Lewis is with so-and-so out here, and do a live report and have Lewis interview whoever it is.
Shoot, Lewis
we'll have a microphone out in the audience, and then they can just walk up to it and ask questions. I can be on camera and still punch the show.
There it is. Hey, okay, it's I found it on YouTube. You gotta type in HallowCon.
Oh,
and let me see. John P. Pica and let's see, Brian K. Morris did a Back of the Cereal Box Live thing from HallowCon.
John, go ahead and pull yours, share it up, because
hey, we won't get a hit on that, will we? Because I own it.
They probably will anyway, but
if we get a hit on it, you know what? I'll dispute it because
really. Oh, stop that. Go here. Share screen, audio, that, share. All right. Joe, you ready to bring it up?
Yeah.
All right. You go ahead and bring it up, and I'll start hitting buttons.
Hit buttons.
All right. Good evening. I'm John Scarlett.
I did see this one.
I'm here live at the HallowCon Fantasy and Horror Convention 2021. Gambler's Nightmare. We're in Dalton, Georgia. We're at the Econo Lodge, and we're in full swing right now. We've got guests like John B. Pica. We've got Brian K. Morris. We've got Stephanie Osborne. And we've got a host of others. And you can go to the HallowCon website there, which is www.hallowcon.com for more details. And just wanted to let everybody know what was going on here with the crew. And I'm going to walk you around here for just a second here. I'm doing gate guard here for the con suite. And then back over here, there's our lobby and our staircase. Over here we have, this is Dimitri. He's one of our artist guests of honor. And you can see all his lovely artwork and the lovely Dimitri. And oh, hey, there you go. And he's been having a good time at the convention. And as you can see, we got our lobby rat. I'm doing this with a laptop. I'm sorry. And then there's some gaming going on over here. There's some more gaming going on over here. Hey, gamers. Everybody. Okay. And then right now they're doing a show in here. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. It was supposed to be John B. Pica's magic show, but I believe that they might.
Oh, we need a timekeeper.
Oh, that was the.
Come up here.
And of course, the tavern and the food and the beer. And here's our. This was our Arthur's Corner. They're actually off enjoying the convention right now. We've got a dealer's room. We've got, and we got our patio with all our patio rafts out here, and some of our volunteers. And I just wanted everybody to know what the heck we were doing here at HallowCon tonight. So, and if anybody's got any questions about it, go to the website. www.hallowcon.com. And hey, if you can't get here tonight or tomorrow, we'll see you next year. Good night.
Thank you, John.
Now, just so y'all know, I did that with the StreamYard Live wireless on my laptop.
On hotel internet.
On hotel internet.
Oh, see?
Hey, I'm lagging here. What the heck's going on?
You look, everything's running smooth on my side.
1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5.
You're looking good here.
Okay, that's just me.
And Zach, the launch pad, is giving you a round of applause. That was
There you go.
Lewis.
One of these days, I'm going to get me a little camera just for that sort of stuff.
Lewis, as a news guy, how would you rank John's first
Horrible.
live report?
It's horrible.
From 0 to 10, I'd give him a 5.
A 5.
Negative or positive?
Yeah, you notice that if I got enough metal between me and the front desk, meaning the stairwell and the door going out to the door frame going out to the pool area, it started cutting out on me.
Yeah. And the launch pad gives you the golden cup for doing it on hotel Wi-Fi.
It's a pimp chalice. Don't you know anything?
Well, John, I know they're all teasing you about your performance, but I'm going to give you the official award because you are the greatest.
Oh,
And there you go. And it even says it there. So that's for John tonight.
And
Yes.
John did do a lot of live streaming on his network channels, and thank you for that,
Cool.
John. John Lewis, if you haven't heard or haven't seen it, John and Greg with his crew did the Pocky Chip Challenge.
Hmm.
You know, the super hot chip, the one chip to make you wish you could die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who won?
John almost did.
Almost.
No, John almost died.
Oh.
I think John won because
Okay.
it really
I'm from
messed
Biloxi.
up.
I'm from Biloxi, Mississippi. Lewis is from the New Orleans area. Okay. You lightweights with your corn chips and stuff. Okay, that's just all I got to say.
John, it looks like you got a challenger next year. Oh. And Launchpad says, no, why would he ever do that? They thought it would be fun. I was bringing them milk, mayonnaise. They were eating bread. They were doing everything.
Milk. Warm milk.
As he finishes off another Bloody Mary. Were you the one that got the Bloody Mary mix? When we were cleaning up?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
I make my own.
Of course you do.
Well, I mean, you just.
And John says he'll never do that again.
Yes, you will.
John, I hear it's not as bad the second time. And by the fourth or fifth time, it won't even bother you.
You have 358 days to prepare yourself.
Oh, Dan got the Bloody Mary mix. Okay. I knew one of y'all did. I knew it went to the network.
What was that movie where they were eating sushi and the one guy had never eaten sushi before? And he was trying all different pieces of sushi and he really loved it. And he goes, "What's this green one?" And eats it. And it was the wasabi.
Oh. Sarah says, hi, guys. Now, Melissa McCarthy did that.
Was it? Okay. No, that
in a movie.
I want to say it was Bill Murray in what was that one he did? Lost in Translation.
Oh,
but I'm probably wrong on that one. So.
Oh, no. It was Elaine on Seinfeld. They recreated that. Of course, I don't know. Oh, and Ace Bonnie said during the video, I didn't see it slide by. He said he was nice, steady hands for holding the laptop. And John said he was using his StreamYard on the iPhone to do everything. So cool. I'm going to have to go back and check your stuff, John, just see what you got. Oh, sorry. I'm going to have to move my microphone out of the way to where I don't hit it. Maybe there's some Italian in me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. But, oh, shoot. I don't know if John was in. Was John in the show Thursday night?
Yeah.
Me?
He was? No, John Pica.
Oh, Pica?
Oh,
I don't know.
No, I don't think he was.
Okay. I want to give you another shout out, John, on the opening of the opening ceremonies. I've got tons of compliments from that. You're absolutely amazing.
Oh, come to think of it, yes. Yes, he was, because we did acknowledge his wonderful.
Okay.
I don't know.
Uh-uh.
I can't remember if he was on camera or if he was just watching like tonight. But
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm still telling him it was absolutely fantastic because that was just amazing. Oh.
Now, John Pica, did you make a video of your magic show while you were there? Because that would be something worth watching tonight. If it's on YouTube or somewhere. And what does Dan go back to?
Hoping he's going back to his work schedule. I hear possibly next weekend he'll be back to normal. And John's thanking us for it again. And Sarah asked, is there a topic or is it more like watching of the green room? It's like watching the green room without the alcohol or profanity.
Mm-hmm. Most of the time.
Most of the time. You never know where we're going with the subject. You never know where we're going to end up. And by the time it's all over, we come up with, how did we do that? Okay.
Okay. So.
Oh.
Woo! Twilight Zone.
All right. I muted one of them.
It's.
All right. I muted his iPad. Hold on.
Don't mute it.
Dueling Lewis's.
All right.
Okay.
The iPad's throwing the echo. Let me. All right.
Should only be using the one on the iPad. Anyway, I was just trying to see if the iPad was any less glitchy on the video.
Looks
I'm going to say no.
Hey, Lewis, real quick.
Yeah.
Say welcome to Creature Feature.
Cover your mic, Lewis.
To reach feature.
All right.
I believe we
That's
found
just
Is the
freaking
video any better on
far out.
on the iPad?
The iPad's a lot better.
A lot better.
Yes.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
hang on a second. Let's do
And it costs like
this. What do you think?
less than 1/10. Well, there.
Cover your microphone up.
Yeah.
Your headset mic.
Well, it's not even plugged in.
But for some reason, it can hear you.
How about that?
That's
It's a lot
better.
better.
Yeah.
Well, I muted the iPad, the iMac.
You got it back.
You're getting some sort of odd feedback reverb thing.
yeah, okay, that sounds better.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, now it's only going through the iPad. So, yeah, I can see.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The sound's coming through his laptop, but the video's coming through his iPad. So.
Yeah. Well, I have the iPad.
There. Now it's unmuted. And there, I cut off the speaker on the iMac. So maybe, let's see, I'll move the light over and I'll turn the iMac upside down and hang it by its case. There.
All right. Which one?
Oh,
I don't know.
All right. How's that?
that looks okay.
Yay! There we go.
Hey.
There you go.
Hey.
That's perfect.
Because
That's good.
for a minute there, I thought you were imitating Forbidden Planet.
I thought he was Sammy Terry from.
I expected to see the id monster coming through the force field any moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had the same thing Saturday morning on his show. That doesn't work. But yeah, it works now. We just
Good night, Sarah. I just saw her message.
Oh, good night, Sarah.
Okay, so let me.
Yeah, that you're
I'm trying to go full screen on the iPad now.
Yeah.
So I don't have to watch it on the iMac.
Yeah. And if you
yeah,
just go
you're
ahead-
sounding like how you used to.
yeah. If you'll delete, if you'll close out the iMac feed, everything should be great.
Yeah, let me do that.
That'll free up some bandwidth too.
I don't know. Honestly, don't know how much longer I'm going to be on anyway because I'm waiting any minute now for Denise to call me for her bandages. But
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm hearing you on the iMac as well. So
Okay.
And the video is 100% too. So
Yes.
well, that's pathetic because the iPad cost me $350 and the iMac is about $2,000. So
I think I know the eye problem.
yeah, I spent too much. I
Oh,
bought
you are
something
so
that I
witty,
didn't need
Bill.
to buy.
You are so witty. I just can't stand it.
Now wait
Well,
a minute.
On a cracker.
I'm quite sure if Windows could ever produce a product that could produce video the way Mac does, he would be using it instead.
Well, I've got a Windows laptop here that I used to use fairly regularly for stuff like this, but I've kind of got it tied up right now on video projects. So it's a better video editor. It has a GeForce video card and has more available RAM than my iMac does. So I use it for video editing, which requires a considerable amount of RAM horsepower. Can y'all still hear
That
me?
was a
yeah.
great Paul McCartney album, Ram.
Have any of y'all been to Dave and Buster's yet?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I've got a frequent flyer card, whatever.
No, I saw the Philly cheesesteak that they had listed, and I always try a Philly. When they brought the Philly out with lettuce on it,
try their seafood dip. It's
okay.
really good.
But I don't know what it was, but all the noise and the commotion of a birthday party.
Yeah.
It was one of those that I wanted out of there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting ready to do one of those next Saturday.
Well, don't go to Dave and Buster's because it's Dave.
No, this is worse. Every year my niece, who is turning into a 13-year-old teenager monster from outer space, she always has a birthday party at a skating rink, which is about 100 million decibels at all times while you're there, because she's not only having a birthday skating party there, so are 50 other families with their kids.
Yeah.
And between that and the loudness of the music and the loudness of the video games and everything else, because it's Danville, probably the loudness of the gunshots going on outside, and that I always leave with a headache. So next Saturday night at this time, if I'm coming back and I'm looking like I'm hungover, I'm not. It's just fatigue from the skating rink.
Yeah. Now, I finally decided, okay, I'm going to walk outside, go wander around the mall. They got the doors to the mall entrance cabled shut where you can't get out of the building.
Hmm.
So,
Is that illegal? Is it an emergency
probably
exit?
Not, because it goes back into the mall. If it's an emergency, you leave
yeah.
Oh.
out the door. So.
Yeah, but I think that's the closest I've ever been to what they call a panic attack. And it's just people on top of. Lewis, you know, I used to dive through the crowd in Riverbend. That actually scared me. I was actually about to panic because I couldn't move through the people.
Where was it that the people just got crushed here a day or two ago?
Texas?
Yeah, somewhere there. I can't.
One
Was it a concert or what was it
Yeah,
at?
it was a concert festival.
Okay. See, I don't get that because, I mean, I don't know the specifics of what happened here, but if it was inside an arena.
No, it was outdoors.
Oh, was that? Oh, okay. Well, they probably couldn't do much then with it, but I was to say, I know since the Who concert in Cincinnati back in '81, they did away with festival seating there, and then a lot of others followed suit after that.
Yeah. Because
of the 11 who got crushed there.
I think it was like 14 or 15 at this one.
Yeah.
And our big festival used to have their big stage sitting out on the water. So even if there was a crowd rush, you know, we just drowned a few, not crush them to death. Hey, John, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it. But now they're moving their Coke stage up on land. And Lewis, do you think that's a bad idea?
Yeah. Yeah. I think they probably should have just tried to repair the Coke stage, because that was very unique. The artists,
it's a barge. How hard is it to fix? You know,
because they felt safe.
Yeah. How hard?
Some of them didn't like it because it put them too far from the front row.
Yeah.
Of the crowd, but
yeah. Well, what happened to it, John, is some dumb idiot trying to move it downstream drove it under the bridge on the low end. Took the top off of it. And
it was definitely very unique, and it allowed for a lot more seating on shore.
Yeah.
Now, you know, the size that you need for a stage for the groups that we bring is going to take away from seating availability. So,
and they're moving the Coke stage up under the Old Jotty Bridge.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Yeah. What I call the Conoco stage is staying in the same place on the green, and then they're moving the troll stage down to the river. The one at the Walnut Street Bridge is moving down to the river, and Unum's going away completely.
Yeah, I think putting your biggest stage under the Old Jotty is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Number one, you're not going to have the terraced seating like you had at the riverfront. The acoustics are horrible.
Yeah.
Under there, any band that plays that stage hates it.
Yeah.
Because they can't even hear their monitors because of the echo from under the bridge.
Yeah.
For those of you from other areas that don't know what we're talking about, that was the Coca-Cola stage.
That is unique.
It was a barge that they would bring in and park it next to the river. And it isolated the performers so that they were out there doing their own thing. They didn't have to worry about the crowd getting backstage or any of that sort of stuff. And it was easy to change out. You can see the platform on it, how easy it was to change out and such like that. That's the one that they ran under the bridge. And why it's a barge? Why they can rebuild a stage? I'll never know.
No, they knocked the top off of it. The top cost them $1 million or something to have built years ago. No, Lewis, if you remember, they rebuilt the riverfront for that freaking stage.
Yeah.
When they designed the 21st century riverfront, they kept that barge in mind to make accommodations for it.
Yeah.
That's why there's no dock there.
Yes.
Otherwise, I mean, why wouldn't there be a pier there? I mean, it's a very large, conspicuous spot that's missing a way for people to access the water, and that's why.
And the pier is built for the gangway into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, John's pulled up another picture.
Yeah, that high pier.
Yeah.
And where is this all at?
In Chattanooga.
Riverbend.
Oh, in Chattanooga.
Downtown
okay.
Chattanooga.
Okay.
And that was like one of the big attractions right there, was everybody showing up to do the. Oh, hang on a second, I'm going to change something here. There. Now everybody can see. You can see where everybody's sitting down on the grassy hill down below it. And you didn't really need seating. They had some, but you didn't really need it because everybody just sit out there on the.
And that picture is quite deceptive.
Yeah.
Because just in front of that fence, that is, you can probably fit another 8,000 people without even blinking.
Wow.
I'm gonna go back to my iPad, to my iMac for a few minutes. As soon as I find, I've got drone video that I shot one night at Riverbend that really shows the stage and the crowd really well.
Okay.
Ooh.
So let me find that. It'll just take me a minute.
Oh,
So you're that one flying the drone.
good night, John B. Piga. Okay.
Yeah, we said night to him while you was looking for.
Yeah, I think it was 2016 that I flew the drone over it.
Were you the one there on the Fallen 5 tribute?
No.
Okay. I remember seeing that one flying around too.
Here we go. Okay.
You'll need to reconnect.
Oh, jeez. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I know how. All right. I'm going to disconnect. Or let me see. I might be able to scratch my belly and wind my watch at the same time. Let's see.
Just don't try to chew gum.
Okay.
All righty. Here we go. You can talk amongst yourselves. It'll just be.
Folks, we're having a moment of silence for Lewis's iMac.
Love you, Bill.
Oh, you're saying hello to me like how Pop says to Donna all the time.
It's been nice knowing you guys. At the
I'm logging into Facebook from a browser I've never logged into it from. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is where we all get hacked.
Well, I just posted something up in the Secret Humor group, and all I'm going to say is it's been nice knowing you guys.
Oh, are you about to go to jail?
Yep. Nope. I am about to be banned from the metaverse.
Mm.
Well, that sounds better than Facebook jail.
Yep.
I keep getting you violated Facebook community standards, and these are videos from 4, 5, 6 years ago.
That Facebook posted.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I didn't make the video. I'm just sharing what someone else had posted. And typically I just ignore it because they don't ban me or anything. But speaking of, while Lewis is doing that, speaking of Uncle Carl's Secret Humor Group, his Fickle Finger Facebook award that I drew for him and that he occasionally puts up when somebody deserves it. I said something to him and Donna today at their house.
Yeah.
That since Damien Walgren does the 3D printed statuettes and that he should do one of that award for Carl and hand paint it and, you know, whatever he would charge him for it or whatever, that he would actually have the real award.
Are you kidding? You'd break Uncle Carl in shipping cost and production values.
He'd have to make too many.
Yep.
Or it could be like a high school trophy. Okay, it's going to your house this week, and then after that, you send it back to Carl, and then see who earns it next.
No, Carl just sends you a message. Mail it to this address.
And they'll say, why does Joe Dog had it for all these weeks? Lewis is in deep thought.
Believe me, I'm just trying to figure out how to log in from this. I give up.
From that $2,000 work of art.
Hey, Lewis, just share it to Stupid O'Clock and drive some people to our page.
Yeah. That'll be the cliffhanger of the show. We'll just keep talking about it, but you got to go there to see it.
Yep. See, that's what we need to do, guys. We need to talk about stuff. Say, we've shared it to our page on Stupid O'Clock. You have to go to the Stupid O'Clock group on Facebook. Drive the traffic to them.
We shared our. I'm like, I am seeing me lag.
I may have locked myself out of Facebook
not.
Forever. So.
Oh no! What, did you forget your password?
No, it's not that I forgot my password. It's not asking for a password. It's asking. I've never seen any of this. Identify your recent comments. To unlock your account, you need to correctly identify which 4 comments that you've written in the past 3 months. Are you serious?
I wouldn't even tap on any of that. Try to just back out and log back in.
Yeah.
That almost sounds like a scam.
It is. It's from Apple.
Yeah. Apple scam.
Apple scam.
Identify your 3 comments, and they give you 4, but 3 months ago. Good grief! I don't remember what I posted yesterday, assholes.
Go back in your Facebook memories and find out.
Well, you got to log into Facebook to do it.
All right, I know it. They got you coming and going.
Oh.
Eventually, Facebook's is going to change their security so that nobody can actually log in anymore, and that'll kill the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
They may have done it just now.
I don't remember my password. every once in a while when I go into Messenger, it says, which account would you like to log in on? And I'm
What
like,
you need
oh,
to
well,
do is give up on that one and go back to your browser that was on it. Or is it locked you out of that too?
It's locked me out of that one too.
Oh gosh.
holy
I mean,
smokes.
and I'm not on Facebook right now. I'm directly on StreamYard.com through a
Right.
Safari browser.
Would you like me to send you a message and see if you get a pop-up?
Hold on. One of the ways was to get a code sent to my phone. So
That's how I usually do.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
And
what you want to bet it's an
Ace
iPhone?
Bonnie
It
says
doesn't,
the
what you want to bet it's an
suspense is
iPhone? It doesn't work there either.
And Ace, if you want to find out if Lewis gets back into his Facebook account,
John,
you got to go to the Stupid O'Clock group.
I will find you and I will kill you.
Don't blame me. Blame Apple.
Don't say that, Lewis. That's against community standards.
Yes.
And the Facebook bots will get you on that 8 years from now.
Talk to
No.
Liam Neeson about it.
Yeah, I know people that have.
Hallelujah. Pardon my French.
You earned that one. I'll let that slide, Lewis.
It's great how we all know French.
All right.
I was actually going to place bets on whether or not the last Apple product he had working was going to be his watch.
I repeat my previous statement. I will find you.
Lewis?
Not if an Apple product you won't.
iPhone.
Okay.
He's right there, Lewis. He's right there.
Lewis, I know a way to hurt him even worse.
How?
No jambalaya for you next year.
No soap for you.
No soap for you.
Okay, it's posted. Let's see. All right. So,
Is it in the Stupid O'Clock page?
yeah.
All right. Boom.
Oh.
Riverbend Aerials.
It actually came up on Stupid O'Clock. I am impressed.
Okay, hold on. Stop. Okay.
What? Who?
Okay, so you can share it now, right? On the page.
Oh, well, I've got it ready to share and pulled up.
Fire at will. Who's
Which
Will?
one's Will?
Why are we mad at him?
What do you do?
Hey,
this
wait a
time?
minute. I didn't do anything.
Why are we hitting Will with a drone strike? Okay.
All right, I got it shared there.
Oh, you're gonna do it? Okay. I was watching it.
Okay, add it to the stream. Okay, bring it up to full screen. Where is full screen?
Pull.
It's on the bottom right.
It's wanting me
On the picture. On the picture.
All right, there we go. I got to scroll down just a little bit more.
There
Full
you go.
screen. There we go.
There we go.
All right. Audio shared. What's the music from?
It's royalty free. I own it.
Okay.
Purdy.
That's our downtown.
And there's Lookout Mountain up in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is going across the midway. The stage is the bottom right, and all that in pink is the crowd.
Wow.
It's the Tennessee Aquarium. Now that's the crowd. You can see the light.
And there's Joe. There's Joe selling. There's Joe selling glow sticks. And
Yeah, right there in the middle of the intersection. Probably is me. That was my spot.
Now the drone is literally flying over the stage at that point. You're going to see in a second. I'm turning back. You'll see the corner of the stage. And then I get a shot from behind the stage through to the crowd. See, there's a stage on the far left there. Now there's a stage in the bottom middle. And they've got this screen. There are people that watch the concerts from boats in the river. And that screen is for them so that they can see what's going on the other side of the stage. Is that not unique?
Very clever.
Do you know who was playing that night, or do you remember?
Man, that's 5 years ago. I don't remember. It could have been Hart. I think it was Hart, but
Well, who's that? There's a picture of somebody there.
yeah.
If it was Hart, I probably didn't see it because that was the first year I was just out of back surgery.
It's a guy playing guitar.
Okay, well then it's not Hart. Well, it could be. They've got a guy. But isn't that cool? Look at the lights lighting up the audience and the building behind them.
Oh, another thing, that condos right there,
Yeah.
they were built with the patio decks to where you could see over the crowd and into the stage.
Yeah, part of the sales pitch was you don't have to buy Riverbend tickets. You can watch the main event from here.
Yeah. That was pretty cool, Lewis.
Very good.
Thank you.
You'd think you did that professionally or something.
That was well worth the wait and the wait and the wait.
The eye weight.
The eye wait.
You know, I know where Indiana is, pal.
Lewis, you notice I'm not making any fun of your product.
Yes, you're showing great restraint.
Yep. Trust me, you don't know.
I just thought he was constipated.
Well, according to my wife, I sort of am, but never mind.
No, she said you're full of shit.
Yeah, same thing.
And I don't live in Indiana anymore, Lewis.
Oh, you don't?
No, not for about 25 years.
Oh.
I moved away from Amish country to Cornfield County in Illinois.
Oh.
I'm about 20
I don't
minutes.
go to Illinois. The roads are too bad.
Yeah, tell me about it. I live about 20 minutes east of Champaign.
Oh, okay.
Shambana.
Yeah. Drove through Champaign on my way back from Minnesota last 2 years ago, I guess it was. No, it was this past summer.
Yeah, it was right in the middle of the dang it.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I just could not believe the road conditions, man. It was awful.
Oh, you ought to see it. Interstate 74 and 57 interchange on the west end of Champaign. It is a nightmare right now. They're redoing all that because in the bad weather, when the semis were getting on the off ramp and even some on the on ramp, they were flipping over. The curves, I mean, to call it a clover leaf is even not descriptive enough the way these are. And so now they just started back at the end of July to try to straighten some of those out because they were constantly, every night on the news, you would see horrific accidents, and it would be the I-74 57 interchange, always. And so now everything is dirt and mud. Everybody is kind of saying, oh, it looks like they're putting in a dirt track in there. But they are going to try to fix it. So, but it's they're always working on something, and that's when we go up to Elk Grove Village, northwest of Chicago. We hit 57 and take it on up to I-80, and it's Usually 57 is pretty good, and then once you get I-80, that's where it gets to like, oh, we're by Chicago now because of the crazy drivers.
I've been to Chicago twice in my life, and ain't lost nothing up there. I went back the second time just to make sure it was a mistake. But we were driving up at night, and I could see these lights on the horizon, and they go, "Yeah, that's Chicago." I said, "Cool. We shouldn't be there too much longer." No, we're still about 4 hours away.
Well, it's like that old saying goes, it's a great place to visit if they don't run you off the road and shoot you.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I visited Chicago probably at least every weekend for 4 months while I was at Great Lakes, which is in Waukegan. It's about
the home of Jack Benny.
Yeah, about a 40-mile trip down on the train to get to Chicago. But there was absolutely nothing to do in Waukegan on the weekend. So, being a good little sailor, I went down to Chicago to try to find some mischief. And they still had a USO at the time, you know, and it was nice. Went to the Adler Planetarium a few times, Museum of Natural History, caught a football game at the Soldier Field.
Yeah, science and industry was always we went up there back in the 70s when I was in high school, and this was during the King Tut heyday. And they had the exhibit up there. We went up there to see that at the Field Museum. Everybody's anxious to go see it, and needless to say, with the exception of Tutankhamun's actual sarcophagus and all that was directly related to him, everything else was a snooze fest. And we had about probably an hour and 45 minutes to kill afterwards. They said, "Hey, you want to go to the Science and Industry Museum?" And we had a ball. And of course, you can't see a third of it in an hour and 45 minutes. But afterwards, everybody was saying we should have went there first and then went to the Field Museum after that. But woulda, shoulda, coulda.
King Tut, buried in his jammies.
Yeah.
Should have won a Grammy.
Bunky Tut.
Funky Tut.
Oh.
I can remember skating around the skating rink to that song.
Me too. Just thank you, John. Thought that one was out of my mind. Oh.
Back when Steve Martin was actually funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. That show that he did with Martin Short, I think it was on Netflix.
Oh, the new one with the murder mystery in the motel or the apartment building.
No, it's a stand-up.
Their comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've got to watch that. They do nothing but insult each other the whole time they're on stage.
You know, that is one of the items on my bucket list is to go to Vegas and have Don Rickles call me a hockey puck.
Well, that ain't going to happen now. You can strike that one off.
Well, they could do it with holograms these days. ABBA is about ready to go out on tour by hologram starting next May.
I've seen that. They had something happen to one of them.
Well, they've broken up again.
Yeah.
The holograms broke up?
Yeah. The holograms got divorced this time.
No, ABBA broke up, but and now the women won't go out on the press junkets promoting the album.
Oh. And the album's getting high praise right now for the first album in 40 years.
I heard the first cut they released. ABBA was mildly entertaining in the 70s. They're passé now.
Well, I loved them more in the early to mid 70s when they were more pop. I hate to say it, but a lot of their earlier pop songs like Bang a Boomerang and some of those, and
Dancing Queen, and
well, Dancing Queen and Does Your Mother Know were good songs, and they were very much part of the disco era. But when they started doing songs like The Winner Takes It All and even Fernando and that got to crossing the MOR type of radio music, I just didn't. I'm not saying they're bad. I just didn't care for them myself.
I had K-Tel's Music Machine for 2 reasons.
You admitted that?
Yeah, well, it had Robbie the Robot on the cover. Come on.
Oh yeah,
Sci-Fi geek. Jeez.
Like about 1977.
Yeah. And then of course it had ABBA's Dancing Queen, which I liked that song at the time. So.
K-Tel had the reputation
40 funky hits.
Was. You think, how could they put 20 songs on one album? And well, they cut the songs down by a couple minutes on each one. You never got the whole song. I mean, they could have took Hey Jude's 7-minute long song and cut it down to about 3 minutes.
I always liked
that's just how they always did.
No, not on most of the ones I had. I mean, especially like
a lot of the ones I did.
40 funky hits. They actually cleaned up a lot of the original 45s to put them on the album, so they sounded really good. Yeah.
That might be a little news tip for you, Lewis.
Okay, I'm checking it.
Uh-oh. What'd you do, Joe?
No.
Where is this?
58 Highway.
Ooh. Well, put it up on the screen so we can all see it.
Well, right now it's sort of a it's a police investigation closing down all of the road. And they're walking around
looking for brass, of course.
No, I wasn't going to say that, but
you know how many brass details I've had to do?
Yeah.
It wasn't a stretch.
That's a Tuesday night here in Illinois.
We've had 140 something shootings this year. You guys have that in what? 2 weeks?
The month,
first
two month.
Weekends. Well, Chicago does anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they had that yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, right now they're really in the news because there was an officer shot from Bensonville, and that's really hitting. Actually, a lot of the police Facebook groups that I'm in, I've been seeing that pinging on all those groups right now because it's it's fresh right now.
Well, Lewis, you used to do that kind of work, and I don't envy you one bit for it.
Go. I am so glad that I'm not on patrol anymore. Oh my God. Okay. I mean, it's hard enough fighting the criminals, but now you got to fight unfortunately, the media or the would-be media, the people out there that are trying to catch you doing something wrong with their phones. Internal affairs, and half the government. So,
okay,
you mean infernal affairs?
Yeah.
WRCB had nothing on it.
Why have they not?
It's 12:30 in the morning, and it's Saturday night. Nobody's at the station.
Oh.
And nobody listens to scanners anymore.
Except Joe.
Yeah. Well, so many of them are encrypted.
Old habits die hard.
They've done that up here in Vermilion County. They encrypted all the police and state and local and all that because of
they're 900 megahertz
thieves.
Trunking, but
yeah, the drug addicts or drug dealers, I should say, are the ones that were listening to them more than anything else. So you can't blame them for doing that.
I mean, it's almost to the point now they could start doing dispatch through cell phones.
A lot of them use cell phones.
You know, we were doing that back in the 90s, really. I mean, we weren't saying anything sensitive over the air. You know, if they had some information on a particular call that we were headed to, they would say, stand by for a call. And you'd answer your cell phone and
get the down and dirty.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, even back as far as the 90s, we, in Bradley County anyway, we quit putting out anything sensitive over the air.
Well, what you used to hear on the scanner when they would want to say something that they didn't want anybody else to hear, they tell you go to TAC 2 or something of that nature. Now they're just using the cell phones.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, they're more secure.
Obviously.
No, that's a day ago.
And they could shoot you a ton of information in a text. It's there in a blip.
Yeah.
Everything you need.
Yeah, and the dispatchers have the text programs, so they don't even have to use their thumbs. They can just,
Use
copy
keyboard,
copy and, well, they can copy and paste.
They have it right next
from
to
their
them.
One screen to
dispatch
another.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, CAD, computer-aided dispatch, really was a game changer. It increased response times. It decreased false calls. It made a huge difference. I was on the very leading edge of that before I retired.
And started full-time news.
Actually, I never left full-time news. The Sheriff Gilly had asked me a few times. He said, you want to just quit doing news and come on full-time? And I said, no. I said, in the news, I'm always on the scene. Whereas when I'm on patrol, if the call's in my sector, I get it. If not, I just have to listen on the radio. I said, it's too boring. Police work is 98% sheer boredom, 2% absolute terror.
Yeah.
And so it's just too boring.
Oh. What was that movie that had was it not Tobey Maguire, Jake Gyllenhaal that did the he was the freelance news guy. Do you remember that one?
No, I don't know.
It was in LA. He ended up
Still got my shield.
We're all under arrest.
Yeah,
We're going to Facebook jail.
he became a freelance news reporter in LA and was breaking stories and on the scene before the police arrived.
Mm-hmm.
And got to the point that he was actually setting up the stuff just to get stories.
Back when video cameras were getting cheaper and more people had them, Channel 12 started using Newshound footage.
Yeah.
Where these people would go out and get footage with their home VHS cameras and try to sell it to us. Man, I told my boss, I said, that is an attractive nuisance. He said, what do you mean? I said, because we're offering money for this video. All we need now is for some Yahoo to go try to get footage of a fire, get run over by a fire truck. They're not going to sue the fire department. They're going to sue us because they were working for us. He never would believe me.
Get in the middle of the cross.
We never got sued, but we could have. Oh my!
Oh
God.
yeah.
That's what I was about to ask you.
No.
So did you ever get pictures of Spider-Man? Okay.
No, but I have Clark Kent in some really kinky underwear.
I didn't even have the thing set up. Dad damn it. Lewis,
Good night, everybody.
I didn't hear it.
That wasn't
There
the
you go.
one you were supposed to hit.
They're both good.
We may need to go through here and cull the collection one day.
yeah.
Or add
Pare it
more
down
to it.
some.
I don't know if we can't. I don't know how much more we could add.
Is anybody going to Europe anytime soon? Do you need an adapter? I
No.
ordered this, and now I don't need it anymore. So
Do you know how many of those I've got? Jeez. It's kind of funny.
but this one has 3 110 AC outlets and 2 USB ports.
That could come in handy.
And you don't want to touch those 2 prongs because that's 220 coming in.
Oh yeah.
But if the prongs are showing, there's nothing coming through them.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their system works.
They'll
a
be
lot
in the
better than
wall.
ours does. I bought a television, a Panasonic 32-inch television. This was big back in the day. And had it in my room. We had the VCR, and we used to have like room parties in my room watching videos, VHS. And it had a 220 plug, but it was multi-voltage. So you could plug it in anywhere. But you had to get the adapter to adapt that 220 plug to a 110 outlet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure, but I think Al Lewis still has that TV somewhere.
Probably.
But it had that little cheap plastic adapter that you plug the 220 plug in to put into the 110 wall, because the Germans are like, 110? Ah, we eat that for breakfast. You know, it's like
They say it's actually safer.
it apparently has a lot less resistance. It moves the electricity more freely. Figure that one out. It's kind of like here in the United States, your 220 outlet in your house, like for your stove, your water heater, isn't actually 220.
It's a double 110.
It's 2 110s. So.
But since I'm not going to Europe, I will be going to New England.
Hey, don't talk like that.
in
You
New
could wind
England.
up going to Europe again.
Well, maybe next year.
There you go. Hang on to it for your next trip.
Oh, I'll lose it before then. But
It's like saying you got to quit eating jambalaya because you're never going back to Louisiana.
we will be. We're going to take a train to Providence, Rhode Island. We're going to rent a car there. We're gonna hit Lizzie Borden's house while we're in Providence. Then we're going to go to Salem, Massachusetts. We're going to go up to Maine and roll Stephen King's house.
Roll it.
And
It's with toilet
we're going to
paper
go to
prices
Stowe,
these
Vermont,
days,
where there's a haunted covered bridge.
Hey, we got one of those in Park County, Indiana.
I got one for you. I don't know if your wife would like it or not. Okay. But you got to go over into Massachusetts to where they've docked the USS Salem, which is an old heavy cruiser.
Okay.
And a Des Moines class. And it's they just scrapped the other ones. It's the only one still in existence. And it's that one that had the 8-inch auto loaders.
Okay.
Which was like scary fast back in the day. So,
yeah.
And I think it's a movie star. It's the ship that stood in as the Graf Spray in the movie. What was it? Pursuit of the Graf Spray. It's a Navy thing, Joe. You wouldn't understand.
Oh.
They've got some other stuff. They got a destroyer and a submarine and like stuff like
that. And where is that?
It's kind of funny that you mentioned that, but I can never remember the name of that town. It's a famous ship town Quincy, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. Because I do plan on touring the USS Constitution in Boston Harbor.
Ah, is it in Boston Harbor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I couldn't remember if they kept it there or Annapolis.
Oh no, it's
Seems like I remember them keeping up at Annapolis for maintenance.
Boston Harbor.
Now, is it Ohio or Indiana that has the oak forest dedicated to that the federal government has designated these trees can only be cut to replace the wood on the Constitution?
Yep, I know what you're talking about. They've got like 20,000 acres of oak trees just for
The Constitution.
just for repairing the Constitution.
Don't recall it being in Indiana.
Well, it is the oldest still operating commissioned ship in the United States Navy.
Probably the oldest one in the world.
Nope,
No, I think England has one that's older.
nope, both wrong. What was the one? Vasco da Gama's ship, I think is who it was.
Yeah, but that's not a military ship. That was
Yes, no, this one was. It was called. Okay. Anyway, they added another deck to it, and when it went out to set sail, whoever the naval architect was didn't realize you can't make a ship that top heavy, and the whole thing flipped over like on its maiden voyage. And they finally recovered it, and it was still in good shape, and it's in a museum somewhere in Europe. And see, 50,000 acre old growth forest is managed by the Naval Support Activity Crane, where the Navy sources replacement lumber for the USS Constitution.
And where is it?
Is it Indiana?
Indiana. Okay.
I stand corrected.
50,000 acres in Indiana. Jeez. That's like the whole state, isn't it?
But, John, you said that Vasco da Gama's ship is now in a museum.
I think that's it, yeah.
Then your argument is null and void, because I said the USS Constitution was the oldest still functioning, operating, commissioned
Active
war vessel.
Commissioned war vessel.
Yeah.
It is used as a training ship.
Oldest.
So I'm just going to try to prove me wrong.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to remember.
Now, Lewis,
There's a Japanese one, and I can't remember the name of it.
We sunk the whole Japanese fleet in WW2.
No, actually, we didn't.
What, Joe?
the a commission aboard the Constitution is an honor, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to be squared away, and they're all young sailors. I mean, I don't think there's any more than one or two chiefs on board, and they're instructors.
Yeah. Okay. The HMS Victory is still.
That's the one in England. That's
the
one I
in
was thinking
England.
of.
And then what was that other one? The Mary Rose or something like that. Mary Rose.
Doesn't sound
Henry
like a
VIII
military ship.
Okay. Yep.
What?
It was Henry VIII's ship. Imagine all that weight up on deck. And it was called the Mary Rose, and it's the one that actually flipped over from all the extra. They added another deck and a whole bunch of guns. And needless to say, that didn't work worth a damn. So. Which was embarrassing. But there's a couple more that I've wanted to see. The USS Olympia, which is an old Great White Fleet armored cruiser, and it fought in the Spanish-American War in Manila Bay. I just saw something about that today on the internet, strangely enough.
And Dan Hollifield's agreeing it is the Mary Rose. Of course, if it's an English ship, of course Dan knows about it. Did that come out over the air?
Yes. And then, Joe.
We're not hearing you, Bill.
Five till.
Why do we always do it 5 till?
All right,
Why
play
not?
it now. Shit.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
we used to do it 15 till, and then somewhere down the line it got 5 till, and
I don't remember us ever doing it that early. 10 till, but
Do it at 10 after.
because technically it would be correct, but
No, clocks don't go back from 2 until,
2 a.m.
and hopefully I will be unconscious by then.
Yeah.
speaking of which,
I'm guessing my wife fell asleep because I never got a text. So
yes, for those of you who don't know, wrong button. There we go. Tonight, you do set your clocks back at 2 a.m. Sunday morning, Eastern.
What are you trying to do, John?
I don't know.
And you talk about me pushing the wrong buttons.
Hey, I'm proud of Lewis. He stayed here.
Well,
He said he said he might duck out early. He did
well,
not.
that's what I said. I guess my wife fell asleep because I didn't get a text.
He stayed here for the whole show. I'm impressed.
now go in there, wake her up, and tell her, okay, it's
Yeah.
time to change your bandages.
I'm done. What do you need?
No, I'm going to wake her up and say it's time to take your sleeping pill.
Yeah. I thought maybe you put melatonin in her popcorn.
And Dan says
No,
he's
but
still.
she did ask me to make her some cinnamon sugar. And it's amazing how much cinnamon and cayenne look
Look
alike.
the same. Yep.
Oh,
I've got a system in my spice drawer where I've got paprikas on the lower one, cinnamon's hidden in the back, and cayenne peppers on the next shelf up. Because they're from the same company, they're in the same containers.
yeah.
And if you're in a hurry, not paying attention, you're going to ruin a recipe.
You know what you get when you mix sugar and cayenne? Sweet fire of Hades.
Oh, and Lewis, quit posting videos like that. You're going to
What?
get me or you killed.
Oh. I just want to know, where do you get those confetti cannons, man? That was
Amazon.
awesome.
Amazon.
Okay, I'll have
Party
to look
City.
them up.
Party City, I believe, has them.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll tell you that one where she was sitting there sweeping up the kitchen floor.
And he shot her in the dustpan while she was doing it.
The best ones were when he was working with his daughter.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Cahoots.
their handoffs were smoother than anything I've ever seen in the NFL, man.
No, my favorite one, the mom got it. He walks into the laundry room and the dress bag shot him. And then all of a sudden she comes out and they have to unzip the dress bag together to get her out of it. That was good camo.
Yeah. When it first popped off, I thought, did he not see her up on that shelf?
I have no idea how she got on top of the kitchen shelves.
Oh, you crawl up from the bottom. She was actually standing on the kitchen counter. There's a hollow space where the two cabinets come together. There's a hollow space back there.
It's not very big.
Well, she wasn't
It's
very
about
big
18
herself.
inches square. So
All right, John, play it.
yes, I'm gonna play. Oh, I can't find it. No,
I tell.
Oh,
When I'm on the iPad, it doesn't automatically mute so that I can hear what's being played. I have to physically mute. It says press for sound. Other than that, I'm kind of enjoying using the iPad for it. But
hey,
It's-
we need to get all this stuff figured out for the next convention we go to. Okay, so we can do this at a convention.
Well, I've seen Lewis's internet setup. That thing is sweet.
Oh yeah, yeah. I did Kevin West's retirement ceremony live with 2 cameras.
And just as we're getting ready to leave, guess who shows up?
Hey, Chris, it's about time you show up. We
Really?
sent you a link.
We're
But
going to start singing hello, goodbye to you.
I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Hello,
yeah, Chris,
hello.
thanks for dropping in. Even though, be sure to throw us a thumbs up. We appreciate it.
I'm hungry.
We got to get Tipper Gore's husband some more work.
Yeah.
The algorithms.
Yeah.
They ain't been married in quite some time.
Oh, they split up? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Al Gore, not married.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, he
Lock up your
was in
wives.
California.
Fire!
Oh wait, no, that was his boss. Never mind.
Fire in a hole. I mean, hole. Where'd that come from? Okay.
Oh, well, let's see.
I think we better say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Well, we
Don't
got a
forget
couple
to
minutes.
set your
but
clocks back.
Yeah,
don't
don't forget to set your clock.
don't forget to set your clock back. Yes.
Either
Yes.
that, and if you don't, you're going to be early for church.
Early
in the
for
morning.
church.
So, yep. Set your clocks back 45 years.
Mm.
And with that, say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.